able to speak? Oh, is this Mr. Small?
Staff Sergeant Small.
Oh, hi. It's Miss Prasad calling back.
It's sorry, who?
Miss Prasad?
How are you?
Not bad. Yourself?
Not bad.
I know you called me back at the end of your shift last week, but then by the time I got the call, you were already gone.
Okay.
Because I know you were going to give me an update. I think you said that you were going to have 2 police officers come out and speak with me again.
I did have officers reach out to you, and they said that they did reach out to you, but from my understanding, they were going to continue, and they didn't get through to you.
Oh, nobody ever called me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't hear, can you tell me which police officers? Because nobody has called me at all.
Oh, all right. What can I do for you tonight, Miss Prasad?
Well, I'm just following up on that because I know that you did try to call me back towards the end of your shift to give me, I guess, the final update, and then I didn't get, you didn't get me. By the time I got to the phone, you had already hung up.
Okay.
And then no one has reached out to me since.
Okay. Well, I'll have to try and get in touch with someone and see if they can follow up with you.
Okay. All right. Great.
Because I go on my days off, and then if you're expecting me all the time, then I don't want to upset you because I'm not going to be able to always be the one that you speak with. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and then the whole idea is you were going to, because as yet, I've reported this since September, and I don't even know what's going on. I've been kept in the dark about everything.
Okay. I thought I told you what I was aware of the last time we spoke.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was maybe when you were trying to call me back at the end of the day.
No, when we were speaking, because we spoke for about an hour, I let you know that the information that they had, I guess, for lack of a better word, they have exhausted everything based on the information that they'd had. So they didn't have anything else to go on. I did explain that to you.
They have never even tried to get the production orders. I have several police officers, including the Sergeant Sarah Wood, that kept telling me each and every time that they would, follow up on and try to get those production orders. To my knowledge, nobody has ever even tried. And they've never even gotten back to me on any of that. So I think that's what the whole thing is. I mean, the hearings and everything, they, unbeknownst to the judges at the time, because it was, pre-COVID, I guess they would not have been. The hearings were, I have confirmation, and I provided confirmation that, the audios and most likely videos, since everything was done via Zoom, exist. So, as even the Chief Justice of Canada has said that, go back to those organizations and get them to do a proper investigation. So I have since, I actually just wrote, a letter to the CJC, and they've got to investigate it from the judge's perspective, and you guys have to, investigate it from a criminal perspective, because, these lawyers and judges conspired during the hearings, to basically falsely label me, and it's essentially criminalizing me in a civil court for doing nothing. It's actually giving you less rights than someone who's actually done a criminal offense for doing nothing more than saying no to a judge who wants sex for his orders.
All right. So I do have an officer here who I'm going to reach out to get in touch with you.
All right.
Okay. I can't tell you when he's going to get in touch with you because obviously he doesn't work for me, and I can't really dictate someone else's schedule. But I'll let him know that you gave me a call tonight on Sunday, April 16th at 7:56 p.m.
All right.
Let him know that you spoke with me briefly and that you're looking for an update with regards to the investigation.
Okay, great. And especially the production orders, when are they going to issue that?
Again, I'm not in the habit of telling people how to do their investigations.
All right.
So I'll let you have that conversation with him, and then I'm hoping he has more information on it, and then he could speak definitively one way or another with regards to any production orders that may or may not be getting sought. Okay?
Okay. Now, can you tell me his name?
I believe it's Detective Constable Elliott.
Okay, all right. Yeah, all right. So I guess it's been assigned to a detective, right? May I ask you a question? like if someone is if someone has, like, these are serious allegations, and I mean, the fact that there's actual recordings of everything that I've said, I mean, why wouldn't somebody just want to get the recordings? Like, that's what I cannot understand. And even the Chief
You're
Justice
asking me to speculate as to why someone is or isn't doing something, and that's not fair. I don't know what it is, or do you know what I mean? I can't speculate, and I don't like speculating, because someone can have a reason that I know nothing of. You'd agree? So it wouldn't be fair for me to speculate and give you any sense of false hope. So I can't really answer that question, Ms. Prasad.
No, it's just that, I mean, if someone did something like that to yourself, they tried to incriminate you, right? You would expect that after it's been 7-8 months, like how would you feel if you've just been left hanging? Like, I've been given no information about anything,
Okay, like I said the last time, I looked up those occurrences, and I explained to you that they said that they didn't have further information. I know what you're saying is that there is more information, so I'm hopeful that this officer will be able to shed some light on it for you.
Okay, because, I mean, what they did was they basically, they took words that first of all, they invented words that I didn't even say. They just gave their own twist on whatever I was telling them, and then they took things out of context. Like, I mean, if I show you a video, I think it'll say a lot more than if I try to explain, well, this person had this particular look and this kind, you know what I'm saying? And then they actually used words that I didn't even use, right? And then what they did for as I think I mentioned to you, 4 or 5 months, they ignored all my calls and emails to try to get an update. And then 4 or 5 months after, one of the officers, I even recorded her saying, "Oh, you waited 4 or 5 months." Well, it wasn't that I waited; it was that they never got back to me. Like, if you're calling, like as a citizen, initially you try to do everything in the most civil way by just calling and emailing, and then finally, after 4 or 5 months, I came in and said, "Hey, man, what the heck's going on?" You know what I mean? Like, I actually was very patient. I was trying to give them due time, but all they kept doing was avoiding me.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm hopeful that this officer, when he does reach out to you, he's able to answer some of your questions.
Well, I appreciate all of your help. I mean,
This is what I signed up for.
Yeah, well, like I said, I can't tell you how much I appreciate, because, I mean, they've just been treating me like why would they treat women like so horribly? Like, somebody's reporting something like that, it's hard enough to report it without being just treated like I feel like I'm being treated like I'm a criminal. You know?
Again, I'm sorry you feel that way, but again, I can't speak to why someone has or hasn't done something.
Okay, and this
I'll give you some answers that you're looking for.
Okay, and this Detective Elliot, you said he doesn't work for you?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to send over officers from your platoon or your division, no?
No, my understanding is someone else is already looking into it.
Oh, okay. From where, though?
We don't step on each other's toes. If someone's already looking into something, it wouldn't be professional for me to turn around and send someone else. Do you know what I mean?
But where is it? Which division is this person coming from?
I think they're from 22 Division in the Criminal Investigation Bureau.
Yeah, because the thing is, they did nothing for me before, and they've just left me hanging, right? And I'm just concerned that it's going to be more of the same, and that's why I reached out to you and your organization.
Mm-hmm. Well,
right?
It's all the same organization.
Well, yeah, but sometimes it depends on also who you're in front of too, right? I mean, if I told everything to another officer within the same division. I even have him, because as I said, we were recording each other, in a public place, and we were very upfront with each other, and he even admitted that he thought that this should be investigated, and and that wasn't the first time he said so. And I have several officers that I've recorded who've said the same thing, right? What was
that officer's name?
There was Ryan White, and there's also Daryl Chang. who also admitted that a production orders should have been gotten like long time ago.
Okay.
Right? And even when I came in and I spoke to your officer Aditya, when I said to him, I said, I put it to him. I said, if a police officer pulled you over and said, well, if you give me some sex, I won't give you, a ticket. Wouldn't that be illegal? He agreed as well that yes, it would be illegal. So it's the same thing. If a judge is saying, I want sex for my orders, it's the same thing, right?
And you're saying that that's what the judge said to you?
That's exactly what the judge was saying.
Okay.
Right? He came in and he came in without anything, and he was saying, I think you're just using me, for my orders, and that's exactly why I'm not going to give them to you, right? And he wasn't checking me out. What he was doing was he was showing me with his eyes that he wanted, my body. Like he was, it's hard for me to explain it. Or even replicate it, but I mean, I've already confirmed that there's audios and there's likely videos because it was all done via Zoom as well, right? So why wouldn't they just investigate it as opposed to putting me through like so much for the last 7-8 months, right? And then
I can't answer that, but I will get Detective. I will like I said, I'll let Detective Constable Elliott know that you've called me twice now and that you're looking for an update. And I'm hopeful that he reaches out to you as soon as he can. What phone number can he reach you at?
905.
One moment. 905.
796.
796.
5200.
5200.
And I mean, when was he assigned to this? Because, the oddest thing is whatever they're doing, I don't understand why they would be keeping me in the dark for this length of time.
Okay. I don't know when this was assigned to him. I'm just aware that he was assigned it recently. Okay?
I guess, was it after I spoke to you?
Yes, quite possibly, yes. Again,
Okay.
I don't want to answer questions and give you the wrong information.
Yeah.
Much like yourself, I like to do my due diligence, and if I don't know something, I just like to admit to someone that I don't know.
No, it's just that my concern is so far, all they've been trying to do is invalidate everything. And I mean, by the time I talked to you or I talked to like several other officers, they got it. Like they got it right away, right? And to have like the two initial officers sitting there just trying to invalidate everything I say and taking it out of context and expecting that I'm going to be able to, like, if you see something, you're not going to necessarily be able to put it all into words. Or if you experience something, right? You're not going to be able to experience it all into words. And it's like, if there's recordings of these things, why would you put a woman to relive all that when you can simply just go and get the audios? That's what it's disturbing to me. I've told other people, and like I said, I've even put things online, and they're shocked that it's like, why are they treating you like you're a nuisance?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, honestly, and that's what other women say. They said every single time you go to the police or even courts, they invalidate women and they re-victimize you. Because you're sitting here going, this happened
before, Ms. Prasad, and I thought you agreed that it's not fair to say that happens all the time. Do you know what I mean? Because again, by your own admission, I'm listening to you and I'm having a conversation with you, and I'm seeking to get you some assistance. So I can't help but take offense when you say that it's all the time.
But it's because you and probably Ryan White, you guys are the few. I have to say, because with all the police officers that I've dealt with and with all the women that I've spoken to who've experienced the same, like there were even two women in one of my support groups that were saying they had, visions of, actually, violently going after their assailants. And me and the, I guess the lady who was heading the whole thing, because I've spoken to a couple different support groups, we said, well, you shouldn't even think like that, because if you think like that, next thing you know, you're acting on it. So don't even go there. Just fight it the legal, the peaceful way. And that's how I've always done things, right? And that's how these women feel, because it's like after years of people disbelieving and trying to invalidate and making it as if they've done something wrong. They haven't done anything wrong. None of us have. And that is why I and like I said, myself, I can say you and Ryan White are the only ones who actually heard me out and said, hey, we want to actually try to help you. Every other police officer I've spoken to, all they've tried to do is re-victimize me. and invalidate me. And it's odd because in those situations where those women are reporting those things, that's a situation where maybe somebody has maybe raped them and it's just he said against she said. But in my case, there's actual audios. I mean, I would be stupid to lie about something where there's actual recordings.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it's not just some, like most people will not come out and say, I want to have sex with you. But in the way that they express themselves and the things that they're saying, right? And again, I can't describe their inflection and stuff. I can just say, this is exactly what the guy did. Right? And this is exactly what he wanted. Like he was basically with his eyes, he was pointing at, he was showing me that he wanted my body. And I can't express that. I'm even embarrassed to even try to replicate that. Right? But again, if there's recordings and stuff, and then it's not only the judge that did that, it's all the other judges with the lawyers who since then, they've been trying to cover up the sexual misconduct of that judge, and they've been conspiring to incriminate me, to basically make me out to be something that I'm not, right? Where all I've done throughout the hearings is civilly just try to say, I just want my disclosure so I can advance my matter. That's all I was doing.
Yeah.
Right? And that would be...
I'm hopeful that this officer will be able to help you with that.
Yeah, no, I'm just a little disappointed because it's just, that 22 division, like, honestly, I feel, I don't even know how to express how, I don't know, I'm just even afraid to even deal with them because they've just lied to me so much. Right? And they've done nothing. All they've done is ignore me.
There are over 300 officers that work at one division, so if you've had a bad experience with one, I don't think it's fair to suggest that everybody's going to be like that.
It's not one. It's several of them, and including a sergeant that completely lied to me.
Okay.
Right? It's not just one or two. It's several.
So do you want me to forward this to that investigating officer or not?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can forward it, but I mean, I would just have rather, somebody from your division, so I don't have to, like, it's hard enough to deal with this without having to, fight and try to validate every single thing you're saying when, again, it would be as easily as just to go and get the audios and videos and then you would see it for yourself. Right? Like, why would you put somebody, all I'm saying is why would any officer want to, put a woman through that? Like, I don't understand that. Like, I would have just preferred, a different division because it wasn't just one officer, the originating officers, and then the sergeant lied and several other ones. Like, I've actually recorded them and I've actually, shown that they're clearly, like, basically stonewalling me and and up to now, I cannot understand why after so many months, I don't have any update. Like, is that normal for a police officer to not give anybody any updates as to anything going on?
Maybe you can ask this Detective Constable Elliott that when he reaches out to you.
All right, and then I guess you have no idea when that, and there's no way to just transfer it into your
email as soon as I get off the phone with you.
All right.
And I don't know when he's working. I don't know his schedule. He may have finished this morning and not be returning until later on in the week. So again, I'm being as open and transparent with you as I possibly can.
No, I know, and I that's again why
Since we started talking, I've been open and transparent with you. I think you would agree with that.
You have, and so has Ryan White. But I just like when you get someone who's actually trying to help you, like, you can understand my hesitance in not going back to people who completely tried not to help me, right? Like, you can understand that, right?
Yeah, I'll ask this officer to update me as well when he reaches out to you, and then we'll see if we can get some peaceful resolution to this for you, okay?
Okay, and I don't want to, it's obviously not all, but I mean, I have to say it's the majority, because I've dealt with so many of them during this whole thing, and they've all basically abused me. Like, you don't invalidate somebody and disbelief someone when they're actually coming forward with something this serious, right?
You're correct. And again, the conversations that you and I have had have been open and transparent. So I'm sorry that you've had some experience that haven't been what you were hoping, but I'm hopeful that this officer will be able to assist you, okay?
Okay, and again, I'm disappointed that it's not from somebody within your division because, it's.
Like I said, I'm going to ask for him to follow up with me, and if it's something that we are able to look into and maybe get officers from our division to look into, I will ask him. But I can't understand that he's the investigating officer, and it's out of professional courtesy for me to tell him how to do his investigation.
I
You
know.
know what I mean? You're a real estate agent, correct?
Yep.
So with your agency, if someone was telling you how you should do a showing or how you should do a staging, it's kind of stepping on your toes. Is that fair to say?
Well, no. If I have a customer that if I have a customer that is really uncomfortable with me, and especially in the situation where it's something sensitive like sexual misconduct, we would transfer it to another agent.
So, well, let's hope and see what the detective constable has to say to you. And like I said, I'll follow up with him myself, and then we'll try and do our best to resolve this for you.
All
Okay?
I'm saying is it's already a very sensitive situation,
No,
right?
No, it is.
And
I can hear it in your voice.
And it's natural that if a woman's feeling uncomfortable because of the past experience she's had with officers from that division, and then when I finally got an officer, Ryan White, who was actually willing to help me, they shut him down, right? And I have a recording from Carl Lane, who works for OIPD, who admitted that he was going to go over there and shut him down, and then Ryan didn't want to help me after that. And then I finally found you, and then now 22 Division is trying to take it back when all these months they did absolutely nothing.
No, it's not a matter of them trying to take it back. That's not the situation. Okay, I think I explained to you how things are investigated. So, I'm back I won't be back to work after, not tomorrow morning, but Tuesday morning. I won't be back here until next Monday morning. So
Okay.
I'm hopeful that you're able to get some resolution, or at least have the officer call you.
All right.
And I hope to hear from him myself. And then, hopefully they can get it settled for you, okay?
Well, you are a very nice officer, and I just wish there were more officers like you and Ryan.
You should post some of the videos that you say that we are doing a good job, because it's kind of not fair to always say that we're not doing a good job. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there's I don't have a video with you, first of all, right?
Audio, though. You do audio recordings as well.
Well, yeah, but here's.
And in fairness, even before I knew that you were recording me, I've always been the same with you. I haven't changed my tone one way or another. I've always been open, transparent, and fair with you, and spoken in a calm manner. Would you agree?
Yeah, you have been actually.
Yeah. I only learned after we spoke for about an hour that you do record officers. But that didn't change how I talk to you, because I talk to everybody this way. I try to be fair with everybody.
Yeah, but I guess maybe I will, once this thing gets resolved and stuff, I probably will say at least, I wish, I think I do actually have a recording with Ryan as well, and I intend at some point to, and it's a video, so I do intend to put that, because he was very, very, just very sensitive, and just, like he told me, he said, it's not me. Because he actually, towards the end of that conversation, acknowledged that, yes, you'll probably even get an email by today, is what he felt, indicating that, that they'll finally be getting the production orders, which is what he had previously said that, or his previous supervisor had agreed would happen, right? So, but I haven't had a chance, because it takes a while to put those up, and you have to make them under a minute to make them go through social media properly, right?
Yeah.
If you make them long, then they don't go, in fact, you can't even post on a lot of this social media. So
Yeah, that's right.
So, but anyways, well, like I said, I do appreciate, but I don't know.
I thank you for your call.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure speaking to you. I'm hopeful that this can somehow get resolved sooner than later. As soon as I'm off the phone with you, I am going to email my colleague
All right.
and let him know that you're anxious to hear from him and you'd like a follow-up with regards to the investigation.
All right. And do you have like a badge number for him?
His badge number?
Yeah.
Well, he'll give it to you when he speaks to you.
Oh, okay. No, just because I haven't heard anything from anyone, and my fear is that this
I
will go.
haven't sent him anything yet, but I'll let him know that once he reaches out to you to leave his badge number for you.
Okay, that's perfect. All right. Well, thanks for all your help again, eh?
No bother at all. You have a nice night, okay?
All right. And you said you're not going to be until next Monday again, eh?
That's correct.
Is it okay if I mean, I just feel really comfortable. I'll speak to him as well. I'll have an open mind, but I mean, it's just
That's what I asked. My ask of you is to have an open mind when you speak with him. But if you'd like to call me next Monday, by all means, please call me.
Okay, are you in day shift or night shift?
I'm on days.
Okay, thank you so
Go
much.
feed your dog.
Huh?
Go feed your dog.
I know. Oh, she's my little protector.
Have a nice night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
No, it's just...